Hi there. Welcome to Living Life on Purpose. What have you had for breakfast today, or lunch, or dinner? Okay, today we'll be talking about the power of consistency. I can remember my first year in school. I wrote a particular examination, that's one of my courses, and I saw an F. I went to check my result and I saw an F. Now, during the assessment, which is the test, I had a 14 over 20 in that particular course. Now, the examination, I didn't get to see the script. So, result came out, and when I went, it was the only F I had among my courses. I was like, God, this is the first year in school having an F. No, this is not possible. How will I have a 14 over 20? That's much more than half, like average in the assessment, and then the examination, I'd fail the examination. Why will that happen? So I went with my friend, one of my friends, to the lecturer's office. When I got in there, I was like, oh, sir, I'm here with my test script. To a great extent, most of what's reflected in the test question is what also reflected in the examinations. I'm wondering how I got an F. Can I see my examination script, please? And the man flared up. He was like, oh, really? So I think I can't have an F in his course, or what am I trying to say? So he said, okay, I think you have to go to your level coordinator and let him know that you are too intelligent to fail a course. That's what he said to me, and he asked me to leave the office. I was devastated. I was like, wow, I can't start my schooling with this F. So I left with my friend, but I was bothered. One day, a week later or so, I went to get something from a particular a shop that was selling groceries there. I went to get some things, and on the wall I saw the calendar, and it was the man. I don't know whether it was his wedding or something, a calendar of his face. And my spirit said, go back to his office. Now, the last discussion we had, or the last visit, was an open-ended it was almost like, okay, it was a closed case, because he told me, leave my office, like, go tell your level coordinator you can't fill it, because he didn't even try to go through anything. He just told me to leave. He said, in short, then he asked, in short, what's even your matric number? And I told him. He flipped through and said, leave here and all that. So I left. Now, having the nudge to go back to his office was a scary thing. I told my friend, she said, this time around, if I follow you to his office, I'll just stay out the door, because the last time I got in, it was more like home. So this time around, I'll just stay far while you go into the office to see him and further ask questions. All right, before I tell you what happened next, let's take a look at the scripture. 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 41 to 46. We'll read through it and we'll get to see something. Okay? First Kings 18:41 to 46. Then Elijah said to Ahab, go and enjoy a good meal, for I hear a mighty rainstorm coming. So Ahab prepared a feast, but Elijah climbed to the top of Mount Carmel and got down on his knees, with his face between his knees, and he said to his servant, go look out toward the sea. He did, but returned to Elijah and told him, I didn't see anything. Then Elijah told him, go again and again and again, 7 times. Finally, the 7th time, his servant told him, I saw a little cloud about the size of a man's hand rising from the sea. Then Elijah shouted, hurry to Ahab and tell him to get into his chariot and get down the mountain, or he'll be stopped by the rain. And sure enough, the sky was soon black with clouds, and a heavy wind brought a terrible rainstorm. Ahab left hastily for Jezreel, and the Lord gave special strength to Elijah, so that he was able to run ahead of Ahab's chariot to the entrance of the city. Now you can see clearly here that Elijah told his servant, go and check again. How many times? 7 good times. Do you know what consistency does? When you keep doing a thing over and over again, it begins to build your faith. what I see here is that the faith of the servant became strong enough that he was able to see. It was at the 7th time he came back. My master keeps sending me out to go and check. That's to say my master is expectant of something. I have to see what he wants me to see. So he came back and he said, I saw something that looks like a hand, like a form of a hand in the skies. Can you imagine? The consistent sending him back to check the clouds made him to see something. That's the power of consistency. It opens up your sight. Yes, it opens up your sight. It brings about results. And immediately he mentioned, I can see something. Elijah said, oh yeah, run ahead. Go to Ahab. Tell him to begin to leave because the rain is about to pour down. And a few hours later, or after a short while, the clouds actually gathered and Elijah outran Ahab's chariot, and then rain fell. Can we see that? It's very powerful to note that you shouldn't give up halfway. That you did not get result the first time, that you did not get the answer the first time or the second time does not mean you should stop. Keep at it. As you keep at it, your faith is building up. As you keep at it, you begin to see what you were not seeing before. As you keep at it, you begin to become better at that thing you were not good at before. And before you know, results will show up. So I went back to my lecturer's office. This time around, I was scared, but I was like, oh, since I had this nudge to go back, let me just go. And this office is very far away from my hostel or other blocks. So when I got there, my friend just stayed out the door. Immediately I was getting to the office, I saw him coming out of the office and then he was about to lock. And then he turned and looked at me. He was like, oh, 042, right? He was able to remember my matric number. And he said, oh, I checked through and I saw your script. I actually did not record your examination. That's why it came out as an F. You had a 60 over 70 in your examination. That's a total of 74. This course is an A. So I've sent it, I forwarded it to your level coordinator. Go check it out. It has been adjusted. Just like we call it magic or a miracle that happened from an F to an A automatically. That's because I went back. That's because I did not give the nudging on the inside of me made me, oh no, you have to go back and find out. And it made me, I went to my level coordinator and I told him, oh, this is what he said, and he confirmed that, got the result, imputed it, and it reflected as an A. Can you see that? So whatever it is in life that you are struggling with, whatever it is that you have tried before, go again. Try it again. You get to see that you become better at it. You get to see that your faith rises and you get to see a result. Okay, so that's the power of consistency. Do not stop at 1. Do not stop at 2. Do not stop at 3. Look at Elijah's servant. He went on until 7, until he got an answer. Until you get an answer, don't stop pushing. All right, I hope this has helped you. Yes, if you're yet to subscribe, I'm waiting for you. Please subscribe, and then don't forget to like this video. If it meant something to you, or if you have been able to pick something from this video, please don't forget to subscribe. I hope you do. All right, I'll catch you in my next video where we'll be talking about another another Bible character, Samson. All right, catch you soon. Bye bye.